Shay here. Thank you for joining me for this week's WIP in chat. WIP stands for WIP, stands for Work in Progress. And I'm going to be diamond painting. We'll go for about an hour, so go ahead and pull out whatever you want to work on, and let's just get some crafting done or some errands, chores, anything you want to do. I just treat this as most of the time people don't watch. You're happy to watch, of course. I'm not super zoomed in today, but I wanted it to feel like maybe you were sitting across the table from me right here, right? And we were like diamond painting together, having coffee. So yeah, let's just, I treat this like a podcast, almost like, just like an audio book, and just listen, and we'll just get some stuff done. We'll catch up on what's been going on around here, and y'all make sure and let me know how you are and what's been going on in your neck of the woods. So yeah, grab something to drink. I've got some coffee. I've got one of my favorite S cups. So yeah, grab some coffee. It is, let me see. It's Wednesday for me / Thursday for y'all, if you're watching this the day that I put it out. And it is 11:32 in the morning. So yeah, I haven't been up that long. I woke up at 10. Yeah, I woke up at 10. It is summer. The kids are out, out for school, summer break. And so there's a lot of sleeping in, which I have no shame in, hey, during the school year, it's hard. We got to get up early, get up at 6, so I really do enjoy these breaks that we get during the summer, just staying up late. I stayed up late last night and diamond painted for a while. Yeah, so it was great. So let me talk about what I'm working on and all the accessories, and before we get started chatting. So my diamond painting is from Craftibly. You can see the Craftibly logo right here. I do have it upside down for me. It's not for y'all, but it is for me. This is Eternal Companion Mermaid is the name of this painting, and I will pop up a picture and probably just leave it right in this little area during the whip and chat so y'all can see what I'm working on. So it'll be just an image off their website. So yeah, that's the image. I'm almost finished. I'm trying to finish by the time I go to the retreat. I've got, let's see, I'm working on this square right here, almost halfway through the square. I've got this one left, and then I just have one row left, as y'all can see right here. So yeah, so we're getting there. So you can see her face right here, and here's the dragon looking down. I am doing this diamond painting for several different diamond painting community events. One is DP Pride 2023. I don't know if I got that right, but that's being hosted by Christopher Colassa. And let's see, I'm doing this for a Craftibly event, Craftibly Craze 23, and all these are just the month of June. And then the other one I'm doing is Diamonds and Diversity with Lexi and Bree. So yeah, I've got several, just thought it would work for several different events. I'm not entered any prizes or anything. I just wanted to, participate and show some love to my fellow creators and, do some community events. So that's the diamond painting. And then my tray is from Munimade. It is a 3D printed tray. I'm just using one of her small ones. She does do drops on Wednesdays, but she did just recently have a baby, so it might be a little bit harder to get some trays from her. So just be patient and just set your alarms and just follow her on her socials. And but yeah, love her trays, so I decided to go with the blue one. And then I do have my Coverminder here. It's a beautiful mermaid. And I have done an unboxing for all these things, but this is a resin cover minder, and this comes from EMMAzing. She does have an Etsy shop, so I'll link her down below, and it's got the magnet underneath my diamond painting. And what this does is it holds back my plastic. See, it's finding the magnet right there. And then also from EMMAzing, I think is how you say it's Emma is her name, and EMMAzing is her shop name. She also does these Trinket trays. Look at this tray, you guys. It is gorgeous. Love this tray, and it holds all my diamond painting accessories. So it's got the mermaid in there with the sand and the shells, and so it's holding my gold tweezers, my cutter, little ceramic cutter to peel, cut back the plastic for the next sections, and then my pens. This is the same pens I've been using the last couple of weeks in my whip and chats. So this was a friend gift, and this came to me from Cindy Schwinn. And she got this from Custom Pens by Cheryl, I think is her name. I'll have everything linked down below if y'all are interested in any of these things. I do have micro glue dots in my single placer, and I have Enabler's Outpost Chit in my multi-placer. And I just use the thin white multi-placers. I have an 8. And then my other pen is from Diamond Pen Pal. It is a lava pen. So it's got the lava and all the beads that move. It's so pretty. It's got a mermaid in there. And again, micro glue dots on my single placer. I just use the brass tips. And then this is a 4-placer because this painting is very confetti heavy, meaning I'm constantly switching colors. So I don't need a big multi-placer. And again, I have enablers out. No, actually, I have painting with pitties. I've got Pitty Putty in here. And the scent Blueberry Mojito. And this one I think is Cinnamon, if I remember right, from Enablers Outpost. So yes, lots of good putty choices out there. Lots of fun stuff to choose from. And then my bead storage for all my drills is Elizabeth Ward. Okay, and that's about it. I think that's all I'm using. Oh, I forgot to mention one more thing from EMMAzing from her SOP. It's also, and it matches all the accessories. It's a little trash pot with a magnet on the back. So you could use this as a cover minder as well and put all your trash. And this isn't just trash. This is just rogue drills that maybe, that I dropped and I didn't see until later, and I don't know what color they are. So I just popped them in the trash bucket. So it's got the gold flakes. It's really, really pretty. And of course, everything matches. Yes. I'm going to be bummed out whenever it's time to, whenever I'm finished with this painting and it's going to be time to switch, because I won't be so matchy, but that's okay. All right. I think that's it. Oh, and I have some water. Gotta have water. I don't know if y'all can see it. I think I'm too zoomed in, but I got this tumbler. Oh, I don't want to pour it over on my diamond painting. That'd be really bad. I got this beautiful tumbler from Randy for my 5,000 subscriber gift from her. So that was really, really sweet. I love it. It's huge. I think it's 40 ounces. So I'm drinking more water by having that. So yeah, I've got my water, got my coffee. I've got y'all. I think that's all we need. I think we're ready. All right, let me pick a color. Let's go with 3756. We'll go with this white. Yeah, this painting is gorgeous, but it is pretty confetti heavy. But my plan is, let's see, today's the 21st for me, so I'm thinking 21. I've been counting 21 because I leave to go on the retreat next Wednesday, the 28th. So I'm thinking 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So if I do a square day, then I will be I'd be finished with this before I leave for the retreat, which would be perfect. And then I have to decide what I'm going to bring for the retreat. I think I'm going to pull back out. I have to do something kind of small, right? Because it has to go in my suitcase. And because for those of you that might be new, welcome. Hi. Welcome. I am going to a crafting retreat next week in Ohio. So I will be flying and I am checking bags. So got to have, all the things. But I'm thinking about pulling back out my Ohana that I did a review from Mary's Diamonds. I did not finish that because I did it mid-month, and then June 1st rolled around and I wanted to start working on this one, so I stopped and I'm about halfway through it. So I think if I bring that to the retreat, it'll be good. From what I understand from these retreats, you don't get a lot of diamond painting done, so we'll see. I mean, I've been to a couple other retreats before, but they've been like smaller retreats, and I actually got a lot of diamond painting done, so we'll see. I mean, I love to be social, don't get me wrong, but I also need some downtime too, right? To kind of, recharge. So I might get some diamond painting done. We'll see. This is going to be a lot bigger than what I'm used to, and there's going to be a lot of people. I'm so excited, you guys. Randy, my best friend, and I, who's also on YouTube, her name is You Can Call Me Butter. My best friend and I are going to be going together. So we are just super pumped. And then, of course, we're going to be meeting a ton of people that we've been friends with online here from the community that we've known for years, for 2 and 3 years, and we've never met them in person. So it's going to be really, really fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, so good times. I've been packing my bag, got my suitcase on the dining room table, and I'm just kind of adding things as I go. They did want us to pack a few masks just in case. You never know what can happen. So I did that. I had to find some masks, and because it's been a while since I've worn one. And then, they wanted us to bring a couple of tests. Actually, one to take before we leave, 48 hours, to make sure we're all good before we go there. And then one to take with us just in case. So, I mean, they're really taking, some safety measures and some safety precautions, which I really appreciate. So, yeah, I'm just, packing all my things. And, I'm sure if there's anything I forget, hopefully there'll be a store. I think it's kind of out in the middle of, not nowhere, but I think it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Like, I think you have to go to town, and I don't know how far that is, but But yeah, so we're flying out Wednesday of next week. So hopefully I'll be able to do a whip and chat on Tuesday, the day before we leave, if it's not too busy. And then have that up for y'all maybe on Thursday. We'll see. But if I don't get to it, I will let y'all know that there won't be a whip and chat. So just, bear with me. I may not have any videos next, when I'm gone. I'll be gone Wednesday through Sunday. So, yeah, we'll just kind of see how next week goes. Midweek. So we'll, depending on, I'm in good shape as far as packing. I still need to put clothes in there, but I've never packed this early before. I normally pack last minute, like the day before. So I feel like I'm in pretty good shape. I did want to talk about my last whip and chat. For those of you that commented, thank you so much. I had talked about, not being sure if I should continue to do my live streams on Sundays. There's, I don't know. I just felt like I wasn't able to see everybody, and I didn't want to make anybody feel left out, but y'all left some amazing comments. Y'all are so smart. I read your comments and I'm like, why didn't I think of that? So thank you. I'm so, there's times where I feel like I'm being too vulnerable and telling y'all too much and talking about too many things that are on my mind, but y'all are amazing. You really, really are. And you've been there for me. You always are. And so I just wanted to thank you. For those of you that always, watch the videos, that comment, even if you don't comment, that's fine. Just your support and watching them, just knowing that someone's listening. But your comments were great. A lot of people suggested that we have moderators in live streams. But in my mind, the moderators were mainly, this is how I kind of see moderators, as their main purpose for being there was maybe to keep, trolls out, or, people are being inappropriate, or, saying things they shouldn't, things like that, But I never really thought about, leaning on my mods to help with the chat and welcome people and kind of just help me out where I'm only one person and there's, might be 150 people in the chat, and there's only one of me. So I really thought a lot about it, and a lot of people commented, that I should have my mods, help me out a little bit more. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going anywhere. So I'm really, really happy. I didn't want to give up the lives. I was really on the fence. I miss them. I love them. I missed last week because it was Father's Day. And I thought about it. I'm like, how does this feel not to go live this day? It was nice. Spent the day with my family. But at the same time, and I talked to my husband about it, and I said, how do you feel like the lives? Do you feel like the lives are taking me away from family time on Sundays? Would you rather me not have them? He goes, it's fine. Doesn't bother me at all. And I'm like, okay. So, I have my family support to keep going, and I'm like, I just need to I want to do them. So I just was, maybe making a big deal out of nothing. I don't know, but it was something, it was on my mind. So what I did was I created a little mod group, right? Some folks that I knew I could count on, and reached out to them yesterday and asked for their help. And they're going to, be there for me. And they always have been, but of course, just helping me welcome folks. And, if I miss something, alert me to it, whatever it might be, but just help me out where I don't feel like I'm alone, in all the chat. So yeah. And I know y'all, I'm going to miss you. I know I'm going to miss somebody. Sometimes it's bound to happen. I can't make everybody happy all the time, and I can't see everybody, and I can't comment to everybody. It's just impossible. I'm not great at it. Some creators are great at it. They have a lot bigger chats than I do, and live streams, and they're great at just keeping up with the chat. And it's just, it's a little bit harder for me. I try my best. So, and just so you know, I always watch the replays, always. And so I can see the live chat on the replays. So I always go back and rewatch to make sure, if I missed anybody, if anybody had any questions or anything came up that I need to address, or just, rewatch it, because a lot happens during them. And one person even said, I wouldn't even bother saying hi to everybody individually because it gets kind of boring for everybody else in the chat. And I get that. I do get that. And I know, you might be there to, hang out with me and, have me talk to y'all instead of just, talking to everybody in the chat. But so it's like it's a mix. And so I'm trying to, do all the things. So we'll keep it going. All I'm going to do is be me. I'm going to be me, and I'm going to do what makes me feel good and what makes me happy, because that will come through for y'all, As long as we're having a good time, then that's what we're going to keep doing. Yep. And always improve where improvements need to be made. So it's growing pains. I really think that's what it is, and that's okay. It's a little scary. I don't really like change. I don't like growth sometimes. I'm a little bit of a, I'm kind of, and I've talked about this before. My heart rate goes up a lot of times before the lives. I get nervous. I get anxious. I really am an introvert at heart. There's that term, extroverted introvert or introverted extrovert. I can be social, and I really enjoy being social, but there are times where, my natural, I kind of go towards, maybe on the shyer side. That's what I gravitate towards sometimes when I'm in a big group of people. I'm not normally like the life of the party. So it's sometimes hard, but y'all said you want me to keep going, so I'm going to keep going, and I want to keep going. So this is, what we're going to do. So speaking of lives, next Sunday, and I have been hinting a little bit here and there, so you might already know this, but this coming Sunday, the 25th, I am going to have 2 guests. Kara, the principal painter, will be on the live. I don't know if they're going to be there the whole live, but definitely for a part of it. We're going to have Kara, the principal painter, join us. And then we will have Alyssa, the diamond painting accountant. And there will be an announcement of some sort. So you might want to be there. Yes, you might want to show up on Sunday. It is, wow, these glue dots are popping. Sorry, y'all, hopefully the pop's not too loud. I just loaded them up yesterday. So it's this Sunday, the 25th at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So please be there, okay? Because it might be something you're interested in. And I can't say too much. I can't say anything else. It's just, we're just trying to hint that, So please join us because it's going to be a lot of fun. Yep. And so that's lives. But yes, last Sunday I missed you guys. It was Father's Day. So, hopefully y'all had a good day. It was kind of chill. But before we get into Father's Day, let me just back it up. Let's rewind and go like where we left off last week. So let's go to, I think the last time we talked was Wednesday. Wednesday was a fun day. I went and checked the mail, and I got something in the mail that made something official. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's really going to happen. If you've been following the channel, then you've heard me talk about that I was interested, and I was going through the process of becoming a substitute teacher at my daughter's school, her elementary school. Well, I got my badge. I got my ID with my picture on it. I got the badge holder, the lanyard to wear, the whole 9 yards. I got it in the mail. So it's official. Yep, I'm ready to go. I set up the direct deposit. I'm ready to go, y'all. Downloaded the app that we need to, see what jobs are available. And there's nothing yet because school doesn't start till August. They said that July we would probably start seeing some jobs pop up. And so I'm a little nervous. So it's kind of weird. I was walking around the house with my badge, pretending to be a substitute. My kids are like, oh my gosh, stop, lady. So, I'm going to give it a shot. So I'll keep y'all posted on all that stuff. I'm sure there'll be some good stories if I do it, and some of the shenanigans that maybe kids will try to pull with a substitute. So, could be good times. I'm hoping it's going to be a fun adventure. And as long as I like it, I'll just keep doing it, I'm very, very fortunate and very lucky that, my husband works as hard as he does, and that, I'm able to stay home, but then I get an opportunity like this to, try something else. And, but my main, of course, my main, responsibility and my main job, if you will, is, being a mom here at home. I do have 3 kids, and, yes, one of them just graduated, but, he's going to be going to community college, and I'm sure I'm going to need to maybe help him along with that a little bit and get him, into that, and get him, adjusted to that scheduling. And then, and then Lou, my daughter, will be going into 5th grade. And then Nate, my 16-year-old, will be he'll be a junior in high school. So, and then we got the 3 dogs. Yes. And then we've got the hamster, which the hamster's super low key, I don't have to do much with the hamster, but it's just, and my husband travels, so I'm here to take care of the house. But I thought if I can do the substitute job, excuse me, if I can do the substitute stuff, while she's at her school, then I can still drop her off in the morning and still pick her up. So I thought it would be like a perfect situation. So we'll see. I'm going to give it a shot. Yep. So yeah, got the sub badge. So that was cool. So I've got that hanging up, ready to go. Yep. So yeah, we'll have to stay tuned and see how that goes. I did want to give a quick shout out to someone that I just found out listens to all my videos that I didn't really realize was listening. On Father's Day, I talked to my dad who lives in California. I have two dads. I have my stepdad who's here in Texas, and then I have my real dad who is in California. And come to find out, when I talked to my dad on Father's Day, he listens to my videos, to all of them, and watches all of them. And I had no idea. And he was like, oh yeah, I like when you did that. I like when you did this. That was cool that you opened that. And I'm like, what? But you know, the more I think about it, it makes sense. I would be doing the same thing if my kids were on YouTube. You know, because it's a way for him to, you know, keep up with what we've got going on here. Because, you know, I'm awful at calling. I admit to it. I am the worst at communication, calling, texting, just all, you name it. I mean, I might send you a birthday card, maybe, but I'm bad about calling. So my dad is able to so I wanted to say hi to Dad. Hi, Dad, if you are watching. And my nephew, who also lives there in California, I got to talk to him, and I wanted to say hi to Parker. Hi, Parker. He asked me how my YouTube channel was going, so I told him, and I thought that was really nice that they asked, and they said they're really proud of me. So yes, so hi to my dad and Parker, and of course Grandma, the kid's great grandma is there too, and then there's my brother David. So yeah, I've got my family out in California. So speaking of that, we, after talking to everybody on Father's Day, talking to my nephew and everything, you know, we really wanted to go out to California this summer, but with my husband's work schedule and, you know, for all 5 of us to go out there, it's hard. We wanted to go to Disneyland, but we're just not going to be able to swing it this summer. And so, you know, we were saying that, and my nephew, he is 10, so he's the same age as my daughter. They're only about like 6 months apart in age, and that's her only cousin. My husband and I are, you know, we both have small families, and so, you know, she only has one cousin, so I want her to get to know him and, you know, and get to spend more time with him. And he really wants to come visit, but they're not able to make it work right now for, you know, my brother and him. So, got off the phone on Sunday after talking to everybody, and my husband was like, why doesn't he just come and visit? Like, he could fly on his own, you know, as an unaccompanied adult, you know, child, you know, the flight attendants, of course, you know, take care of him and all that. And he's only flown one other time when he came out here before, a couple of years ago. But so I talked to my brother yesterday, and we talked to Parker, and we asked him if they would be comfortable with sending him out here to visit for a week in July. And he was so excited. And Lou is super stoked. She actually handed me the phone to call at dinner time. She's like, Mom, have you talked to Uncle David yet about Parker coming? I'm like, I haven't. And, you know, because ever since Sunday, she's been asking me. And I said, I will. So she handed me my phone after dinner, and she's like, here, call him now. And I'm glad I did, because I got to talk to my brother. And yeah, we are looking at flights now and scheduling everything. But I think he's going to be able to come out for a week. And we're going to make, you know, we're trying to work on the scheduling. But so excited. I mean, just, this is going to be it. And my brother was so cute. He was like, this is going to be the highlight of his summer. So really, really happy that he's going to be comfortable enough. You know, we told my brother, of course, was like, I'm going to put you on the airplane. The flight attendants are going to take care of you. And then, you know, Auntie Shay will be there at the airport, and Uncle Grant, you know, they'll be there. And yeah, we'll be there to, you know, pick him up. And then of course, you know, my brother will be there to pick him up when he comes back. So yeah, he's super stoked. He's, a great kid. You know, it's my only nephew. So yeah, it's, you know, we need to spend more time with him. We haven't seen him very much. It's been a couple years. So he's going to come out here, and we're going to do a bunch of, you know, Lou's already got the plan going of like trampoline parks and, you know, all kinds of things, swim time and movies. And so, yep. So we're excited. And my brother's like, I hope he behaves for you. And I'm like, they normally behave better for someone else, you know, other than their parents. They're normally, you know, more well behaved, but he's such a good kid. So we are, so we're just in the midst of kind of, you know, planning that out and super excited. But yeah, so that came about. Yep, so we're going to make it work. But we still really want to go to California and visit. So hopefully, you know, we'll get a chance to get out there maybe the holidays or maybe next summer. So we'll see. We will see what we can do. So, all right. So that's kind of what happened with, things coming up and traveling. And okay, so let's see. So Wednesday, got my badge. And then what else? So then Nate, my 16-year-old, comes up to me on Wednesday afternoon. And he's like, Mom, can I have a couple friends spend the night? And he's 16. And I was like, sure. You know, I don't know where y'all are going to sleep. And he's like, oh, we already have the sleeping arrangements already figured out. I'm like, okay. We have tons of blankets and pillows, you know, in the closet. But I thought, but kids don't care. Kids don't necessarily need beds. You know, they just sleep on the floor. And I've kind of learned that over the years after having the 3 kids. I'm like, okay, you don't need to like have a bed, an extra bed. You don't need to have a blow up mattress necessarily. Kids really don't care. So I told him that would be fine. And so he went to a friend's house. And I guess that was around like 6 or 7 o'clock. So then at about 10:30, I hear the door unlock and he comes in and I'm hearing a lot of voices. And I'm in the kitchen, and so I can't see what's going on at the front door, but Lou is in the living room and she can see. She looks over, she's sitting on the couch, and she looks over at me, and I'm like, what? Who is it? Who's spending the night? Because he just said a couple of friends. He didn't say who. And she's like, Mom, there's more than just a couple. There's a lot of boys coming in the house. And I was like, what? Is this like a repeat of, you know, can I just have a few friends come swim? And then there was like 15 boys swimming, you know? So I said, Lou, how many? She goes, looks like 4. I was like, 4 plus Nate would be 5. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay. So yeah, he comes in the kitchen and he's like, Mom, it's a few more than what I originally had told you. It's 4. He goes, but we already have the sleeping arrangements all figured out. You don't have to do anything. I was like, okay. So all these 16 and 17-year-old boys come in and they'd gone to Walmart. Nate had taken them to Walmart. And they got these huge jugs of water, and they're only $1. They were telling me, they're only $1. They had candy, and they were ready to have a sleepover. Of course, no one had a bag. They, you know, why bring clothes, right? Or a toothbrush? No. They're just like, we got our bag of candy and we got our jug of water. So they all took their shoes off at the door, and there's like all these tennis shoes and shoes everywhere. And yeah, they came in the living room and they all got a blanket and hung out and they watched Silence of the Lambs. Some of them had not seen that and some had, so they watched that, and they were really good. I mean, they were, you know, the only thing is when they have friends over, they don't want the dogs in the mix because the dogs beg and the dogs were jumping on his friends and bugging them. So I end up, you know, hiding out in my bedroom almost, you know, with the dogs, like, you know, so I'm kind of like, but it was okay. It was late and I was getting tired anyway, so I put my pajamas on. I was like, and they weren't being loud. They were just watching the movie and kind of talking a little bit. But after the movie was over, I heard, you know, and they cleaned up. They didn't leave any mess, so it was great. Yeah, they went up, and after the movie was over, and I never heard from them again until the next morning. They asked me if I could get them food, but I wasn't home because I had a friend come over on Thursday. So yeah, so the sleepover went off with a hitch, but Lou was like, excuse me, you know, she's 10. She's like, how come Nate can have 4 friends spend the night and you like make a big deal about me having 2 people spend the night, 2 girls? I'm like, oh girl, it's so different. So different. He is 16 and I didn't have to do a thing. 10-year-old girls, no, that's a whole different story. And that's like special occasion, like birthday sleepovers. And she's like, but Nate just, I'm like, no, that's different. I'm sorry, but it just is different. So, so what happened was on Thursday morning, Randy came over again. We've been hanging out so much more. We've really tried to make it a point to see each other more. There's just no excuse, right? I mean, we live so close to each other and, you know, things just get busy, but we really have made more of an effort to see each other more often. And I'm so happy. I love seeing her. We started to do other things other than just hang out and diamond paint, or sometimes we'll do both, but now we're doing more shopping together and it's been fun. So the plan was for her to come over on Thursday morning, and we were going to go to Sephora. Now, if y'all remember, we'd already gone to Sephora once, but some of the stuff that we had got, she wasn't sure about. She's like, I think I'm going to return some stuff. So, and then I had a bathing suit I needed to return, a top. The bottom was fine, the top. And so they had a store in the mall that I could return it to. So yeah, we were going to make a little mall trip. and then come back here and diamond paint for a little bit and hang out. So she came over about 10:30, and then Lou came with us, and we headed to, what did we do first? First we went to Sephora, and we browsed around a little bit and got a few things. Lou got something, and Randy got what she needed. Some of the stuff she wanted was sold out, so that was a bummer. But she's really good about doing reviews and like looking at makeup, because, you know, she's a makeup artist, so she just knows what she's looking for and she knows what she wants. And yeah, so she got a few things that she needed. And then after that, we went to Cheesecake Factory in the mall and had lunch. It was a great lunch. We ate, and it wasn't busy, so we didn't have to wait, which was nice. Because normally Cheesecake Factory is like super, super busy, especially the one in our mall. It's always like at least like an hour wait. So we went there, had some good food. And then after that, we went to Ulta. So we went to Ulta. We did some shopping, y'all. We went makeup shopping, and I did return my bathing suit top, so that was good. And then Randy went in there with me, and she was able to find something she needed. So it was great. And then Lou was just tagging along with us. Oh, I forgot. Before we left the mall, before we went to Ulta, I forgot one huge part, y'all. I almost forgot to tell you. So leading up to this mall trip, Lou has been talking about getting her ears pierced. Now, I say that, she's 10, right? She has had her ears pierced once, twice. This would be the third time we have tried to pierce her ears, okay? For different reasons, we've had issues in the past. The first one, I think she was around 6 or 7 when we got her ears pierced the first time. And what happened there is we were at a lake, and her and Nate were messing around and kind of like roughhousing a little bit and wrestling in the water, and he somehow bumped her ear, and the earring actually came out and went into the lake water. Boom, gone. She runs up, tells me what happened. She's upset. And so I happened to have some little diamonds on, little studs. And so I took one of mine out, tried to put it in her hole, and I could not get it back in there. It's like it had closed up that fast, and I just couldn't get it in. She was freaking out. So those closed up. We tried again, and I don't remember what happened the second time, but it didn't work. They closed up. Or not closed up, but they just, they didn't work. So she's been talking about wanting to get it done again. And I'm like, okay, maybe you're ready. Maybe you're responsible enough to take care of them and, keep them in there and do what we need to do to make this work. And so she, knew we were going to the mall, and she was like, well, maybe I'll get my ears pierced. I'm like, that would be cool. And Randy would be with us. And, she's like, well, I'm going to see. I'll see how I feel, and we'll kind of just play it by ear. I'm like, okay, play it by ear. So we did our shopping at the mall, and then we were getting ready to go, and we had forgotten about the whole ear piercing thing. And it dawns on us. She's like, Mom, getting my ears pierced. And I go, oh, that's right. I go, what do you think? She goes, I don't know. She goes, let's just go and just look, and I'll let you know how I feel. So she was nervous. She was very nervous. And so we go into Claire's. It's this little, girls, jewelry bracelets, little jewelry shop, and they do ear piercing there. And we go in, and I was like, do you want me to go? I was like, it's not busy. You want me to go talk to the girls up front and see if they can do it? And she's like, no, not yet. I'm still thinking. So she was really, nervous and really trying to think it. So Randy and I were just kind of looking around, waiting for her to make her decision if she was going to do it or not. And she goes, okay, I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm ready. So the girl that we got was amazing. I definitely think this one's going to be the one. I think they're going to work. This girl had tons of her own piercings, which I think is good. She definitely knew what she was doing. She got a marker and was marking the holes in Lou's ears where she was going to put them. Now, she could see one of the previous holes, and she thought it was way too low. And I definitely agree. So she went up higher, because she said that, as she gets older and wears maybe some heavier earrings, you don't want to go too low because they can rip, you want to go a little bit higher. And so whoever did them before did not do a good job. And I know they didn't. It wasn't great. It wasn't a great experience. This girl was great. She took her time. She kept looking at her and measuring, her both sides to make sure they were even. And so Randy got some great pictures. I just have a few, and we got some video for my Patreons. But so I'll pop up a couple of pictures here so y'all can see. I love the fact that Randy was there because she got to capture a really sweet moment because Lou wanted to hold my hand. And normally, you know, I wouldn't be able to take pictures or video or anything if I was there by myself, you know, because I was, you know, needing to be there for her. But yeah, so yeah, she did it. And they just did one at a time, and bam, bam. And you know, she went with a really great choice. She picked out, so her birthday's in August, so she picked out peridot, which is her birthstone. It's a really pretty green, like a light green. And they're really tiny. They're so cute. But you have to clean them with a solution 3 times a day. We were really good at doing it 3 times a day for the first like 4 or 5 days. Let's see, tomorrow will be a week, right? So, and now we're getting down to like once a day, twice if we're, so we really need to try to do 3 times. But it's hard to remember to, you know, especially when she sleeps in, and the morning one's kind of already passed. So then we just have like, you know, 2 times to really do it before she goes to bed. But I'm trying to teach her how to do it herself so she can do it. But she's doing good. We're twisting them. We're putting the solution on there. They don't bother her to sleep in them because they're smaller than the ones she'd gotten before because they were bothering her when she would sleep. So yeah, she got her ears pierced. Yep, she looks beautiful. She couldn't wait to tell her dad. She was like, call dad, call dad. So she called him and he's like, let me see a picture. And so we sent him a picture and he congratulated her, which was really cute. So yep, 3rd time's the charm, y'all. And that's what everybody's been saying. So I hope, you know, these work. And I hope there's no infections or anything. I just told her we have to really be careful and like keep some good earrings in there, you know, when we're able to take these out after 3 weeks, you know, not put some cheapy earrings in there. I don't want her ears to get infected. So, but yeah, she did it. And so after that, we went to Ulta. They don't have an Ulta in our mall, so we went outside the mall and went to Ulta. And then after that, we came home and we diamond painted for the rest of the afternoon. And then, you know, my husband was out of town, and so Randy was over, and so then we had dinner together. She stayed for dinner, and it was so fun. We ordered pizza, so we had pizza delivered, and we just diamond painted and chatted and hung out and talked to her, and her, you know, her best friend was over, and we fed her, and yeah, it was just a really good day. And she ended up leaving around 8:30 or so because we were going to be getting some storms. I'm sure y'all have been hearing a lot in the news about all the storms here lately. Gosh, the weather has been crazy here in Texas. We've been getting, you know, thank God we haven't gotten anything bad. We did get some hail, but it did a little bit of damage to the cars. Like, well, both of the boys have their cars parked outside, and we think the top of the truck got a little bit of hail damage, but it already had some hail damage from a previous storm. All right, just got a sip of coffee. Sorry. So yeah, we did that, but yeah, the boys they had a little bit of hail damage, but so Randy headed out before the storm came in, and but yeah, it was a great day. So then Friday, because I'd been, you know, kind of playing all day, right, on Thursday, I had to get my chores done because hubby was coming home Friday night, and I was like, okay, I got to get Friday afternoon. I was like, okay, so y'all, I made a to-do list, and I was like I was working. I mean, I was like knocking some things off the list. You name it, I had it on there. Vacuum, dust, reload the fridge with drinks, you know, pick up dog poop, do this, do that. It was like, you know, load the dishwasher, own the dishwasher, do the laundry. I was just like exhausted by the time he came home. I was giving Lou some chores to do. It's like I needed some help. It was like all hands on deck. The dishes had piled up because, you know, I hadn't really done anything in a few days. So yeah, I had to pull it together. So got the house kind of straightened up on Friday. And like I said, hubby came home Friday afternoon. And then Saturday, I don't think anything really happened. I was kind of just, you know, wrapping Father's Day gifts and kind of getting everything, you know, going because Sunday was Father's Day. And so I told my husband I'd make him breakfast. He loves waffles, and he is gluten-free. So we always have some gluten-free, you know, what's really good is the gluten-free Bisquick mix. It's a little more expensive than just the regular Bisquick, but it's really good. And it's really easy because I'm not great in the kitchen, but I can handle that. So I woke up before everybody and started getting everything prepared. And I was going to do sausage and bacon, waffles, and I was going to do some fruit, but some of our fruit went bad, and I was like, oh, so I didn't have any blueberries. I wanted to put blueberries in the waffles, but I didn't. But while I was kind of getting everything out, Ryan shows up. And I'm like, what are you doing awake? And he's my 18-year-old. And I was like, what are you doing awake? Because, they sleep in. And he's like, oh, I was going to get up, and I got up early because I was going to go play airsoft. But I talked to Nate, and he doesn't want to go because it's supposed to get up to like 100 degrees. And see, when they do airsoft, they're wearing all this protective gear. They have to wear goggles, and they have like, because they're shooting each other with these BB pellet things, and so, you have to have all your protection on. And if it's hot out, it's just miserable. It's really hard for them to play. It's just too hot. You have to be careful. So he decided, plus it was Father's Day. So he's like, but I'm up now. So I'm like, you want to help me make breakfast? He's like, yeah. Y'all, he did awesome. He did amazing. He's never made waffles before. So we have a waffle maker. And so I was teaching him, so he made the mix for me, and I did the sausage and the bacon, and he did the waffles, showed him how to use the ladle and how to load up the waffle maker, and he did that. And so it was really nice to have him in the kitchen with me. And so we made breakfast for everybody. And then Dad woke up, and then Nate's not a breakfast guy. So I tried to wake him up, but I think he stayed up too late the night before. So he was like he was like a zombie. He's like, I'm like, you need to wake up. But he never came downstairs for breakfast. But we all ate breakfast, and we didn't want to do gifts because, Nate wasn't there yet. So we were going to wait till the afternoon because my mother-in-law and my father-in-law were coming over at 3 because we had reservations to go eat an early dinner at Ford's Garage. Ford's, the car company, they have their own restaurant. And they have really good burgers, and it's really good. The only thing is, so they came over at 3. We did gifts. I got here's the funny thing. I forgot to tell y'all. So I wanted to get my husband a funny t-shirt. Okay. He's a funny guy. He likes witty, goofy things, right? He's hilarious. And so I got on Amazon, and I wanted to get him a funny t-shirt. So I got him a t-shirt that said, what did it say? Oh, I'm into fitness is the first part of the shirt. And then it shows a taco. Okay. And then underneath it says fitness taco in my mouth. I thought it was hilarious. I was like, okay, he'll get the biggest kick out of that because he has another taco shirt. He loves tacos. I was like, okay, the taco shirts are funny. I'll get him another one. The other shirt he has says because tacos. So I got him that, and I thought it was cute. So I got it in the mail, and I was showing Ryan, like the day before Father's Day, before I wrapped it. And he looks at me and he's like, Mom, do you know what that is? And I go, oh, yeah, I know it's supposed to be funny. I'm like, what do you mean? Do you not get it? And he's like, no, I don't think you get it. I'm like, what are you talking about? So apparently, and if y'all know, I didn't know until after he said it. I'm like, oh, that does kind of make sense. There's a saying, I guess, about fitting something else in your mouth. I was like, oh. Leave it to my 18-year-old to let me know what I got was kind of inappropriate. Could be if it was, said in another way. And I was like, okay, is that what normally is said? He goes like, yeah, Mom. He got all kind of red. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I thought that was super funny, but I never showed Nate because he wasn't around. I was like, okay, I'll just wrap it. I doubt Nate will think the same thing. Y'all, my husband went to open it up on Father's Day, and he turned the shirt around to show everybody. And Nate, his face was so funny. Him and Ryan looked at each other and started laughing. And I said, Nate too? Nate gets with this? Is it? And Nate's like, yes, Mom, that's it means something else. And I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all are nasty. Just stop it right now. So yeah. And I said, well, Dad's not going to wear it out of the house. Plus it doesn't say that. It says tacos. But yeah, and Lou's just sitting there totally clueless going, why are they laughing? What are they talking about? And I kind of like, let's change the subject. Lou doesn't need to know that, yeah, she doesn't need to know certain things. She's 10. So yeah, having 2 teenage boys, they thought that was hilarious. The dad now has a t-shirt that says that. And the way they said it, it was fitting this D into my mouth is the exact thing they said. And I'm like, okay, all right. I appreciate the fact that they can talk to me like that and, be open about things and not be embarrassed. But I mean, they were embarrassed, but it was funny, y'all. And we said to my husband, he goes, oh yeah, I've heard that before too. I'm like, yeah, me too. Once they said it, and I was like, oh, he goes, I like this shirt. And so he wore it to bed that night, which I thought was really sweet. he wore it and it fit him. I got like one size too big, so that way it would be like a little bit bigger on him, so he could like wear it to bed. So yeah, I got him that. And then on our Sephora trips, I got him some like Kiehl's. It's Kiehls, I think it is, but it's like I got him some face wash because he's kind of into that, and I was like, okay. And then I got him when we were at the mall, before we got her ears pierced, I wanted to go to C's Candy to get my husband a box of candy for Father's Day. But on our way to C's, there was a little kiosk at the mall, and it was macarons. And Randy loves macarons because she's gluten-free too. And so is my husband, like I said. And so I was like, oh, it's perfect. So they had these like little gift boxes that said dad on them, and you could get like a variety of, so I just did like a big box and just like one of each, one of all the flavors. And then Randy got a little box for herself. So yes, and I'm like, are they good? Because I don't really care for macarons. Y'all let me know. Do you like them? And they're not macaroons. Yeah, Randy, yeah, she taught me the difference. I used to say macaroons. Macaroons, apparently, and I think hopefully I'm explaining it right. Macaroons are the little coconut things that have the coconut flakes around them that are so good. Those I like. But macarons are the little, like, I don't know, colored, they look like little donuts. I don't know what they are. Not donuts. They don't have a hole in the middle, but like little little cute little round, you know what I'm talking about. There's little Coverminders with macarons. So yeah, so I got that for him, and he thought it was great. He liked the macarons and he liked the shirt. So so we did the waffles. So then, you know, and then my mother-in-law got him a really nice shirt, a Columbia shirt that he liked, that was his size. So he had a good day. We let him just kind of, you know, he chilled out, watched TV, and made his coffee for him that morning and made him breakfast. And so then we went out to eat. It was super busy. Even though we had reservations, we had reservations at 3:45. We did not sit down till 5. Yeah, I had to talk to a manager. My husband was getting kind of mad, and I was like, it's Father's Day. I don't want him to get annoyed. He was just, you know, we were all standing around waiting. Yeah, but we got in, and they like gave us a free appetizer. We're like, okay, that's not why we, you know, we just said, you know, if you're going to take reservations, you know, you need to have that table ready. And we were there on time. It's not like we were late or anything, but we still had to wait an hour. It was just, they just didn't know how to run the restaurant. And there was tons of tables that were left open for a long time, like 45 minutes. We were sitting there, and the table next to us, and they were super, super busy, and it was just sitting there empty. So they just, unfortunately, it's a great place, but they were just overwhelmed with, you know, Father's Day stuff. So I almost would rather not even go out on Father's Day or Mother's Day, because it's crazy. You know, it's just a crazy holiday for restaurants, and everybody's going out, and it's just, you know, it's a little too busy. So yeah, it was a good day. And that was pretty much it for Father's Day. But I did miss y'all. I missed y'all very, very much. It was nice to have a break, though, and just kind of, you know, not worry about, you know, having to be somewhere on Sunday and go, you know, do all the things. I just was like, oh, I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to get ready. So yeah, I just wore a baseball cap to Ford's. It's not fancy or anything. So yeah, it was a good Father's Day. It was a good day. So y'all let me know what y'all did for Father's Day, and just let me know, like I said, in general, how you are. I've just been blabbing on about me, but make sure, and like I said at the beginning, make sure and let me know what y'all are up to and how you are. And, you know, I want to know all the things. So, because I read all of your comments, and I always get back to everybody. It may just be a hearted comment, but I read every single one of them. And I love hearing from y'all. So definitely let me know what you've been up to lately. And let's see. So that was Sunday. Monday, you know, it is summertime, like I said, so it's time to take the kids places. So Lou asked me if I would take her and her best friend to the trampoline park. And so we did that. We went at 2:30. We got there about 2:30. First, I took them to Cane's first, so they ate lunch first. I don't know how you could eat a big Cane's lunch and then go jump on a trampoline. Ugh, I would throw up. And they were eating a bunch. I kept telling them, y'all, you don't have to finish everything. Don't eat everything because you're going to throw up. They're like, no, we're good. Okay. And even when we got there, they were there for like 30 minutes. They're like, can we have an icy? I was like, oh my gosh, how do y'all fit it all in your stomach? So, yeah, so this trampoline park is crazy. It's not even just a trampoline park. They have rock climbing walls. They have like an obstacle course. They have a ropes course. They have zip lining. It used to be just trampolines, but then they expanded, and of course they charge more, but it's not too bad. It's like $27 for like the ultimate pass, meaning you can do like all the activities for 2 hours. But they had a deal online where if you bought your ticket online, it was like $7 off. So it was only like $20 to get in, which is not too bad. So I took them there at 2:30, and it was at 4:30. I'm like, okay, girls, it's been 2 hours, you know, are you done? And it was kind of empty, and no one was really watching that their bands were just for 2 hours. So they're like, can we have 30 more minutes? I'm like, that's fine. Okay, at 5 o'clock we'll leave. Well, here it is, 5:30. And they're like, I can see them, and they're trying to hide from me. And I'm like, y'all, it's time to go. I've been here for 3 hours, so it's not bad for me. I mean, all I do is sit there the whole time and diamond paint. You know, I people watch. I do bring my little paint gems. You know, it's the second time I've taken them recently in the last couple weeks. Yeah, we went last week too. And so, yeah, I just bring my diamond painting, and the only thing is the benches that they have the parents to sit at, they're these metal benches and these like picnic tables. And, you know, I brought my computer last time. I was able to do some stuff on the computer because they have Wi-Fi. So, I mean, you can get a lot done. It's just loud. You know, there's kids screaming and there's a lot going on. But yeah, I just bring my paint gems. And so I got a couple of those finished. I wrote my to-do list of things I needed to get done this week. So it was productive. I wrote some Patreon notes because, like I said, I do have a Patreon. And if you're not familiar with what that is, I'll do a small plug if you don't mind. It's just a way to support my channel. It's a monthly subscription type of thing. And there's different tiers. And certain tiers get quarterly gifts. So I was writing notes out to all my folks that I was going to be sending quarterly gifts out to. And I put those in the mail yesterday. So yeah, so I was writing my notes to everybody. So there is stuff I can do that I don't, you know, that I can do anywhere. I just bring everything with me. Had my water, and yeah, so the girls had a great time. So got home about 5:30, and they wanted me to stop at Starbucks on the way home because they were hot and sweaty from jumping in. I'm like, no, we're done. We're done. I've taken you to Cane's for lunch. I've taken you to a trampoline park. I bought you an icy while we were here. We are done. I am going home. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. So I was like, go over it. My butt hurt from sitting down. I mean, I would get up a few times and walk around, but I didn't want to leave all of our stuff because the girls have their shoes and their water bottles, and, you know, I've got all my stuff sprawled out. So the only thing is people look at me when I'm diamond painting and they're kind of staring. Kids, moms, people, just, I'm like, stop looking at me. I mean, I do have, like, you know, this beautiful rainbow pen I'm using, so it's like eye-catching, I'm sure. And they see this sparkly, you know, paint gem, you know, little one that I'm working on. So yeah, those are really fun. I'm getting through them. So yeah, I did that. That was Monday. And then on Tuesday, that was yesterday. Did anything happen? Just the normal stuff, you know, swimming. I've been getting out in the pool every day. Y'all, it is so hot here. It is definitely summer. We're talking about over 100 degrees. Hot. I mean, everybody knows it gets hot in Dallas and Texas, but it's like, woo, it's here. We have a pool, and being out in the pool, I can only be out there for like 30 minutes. The pool is like bath water. It's not even refreshing. You can lay in there and still like be burning up. So it's not fun. Like I'm trying to get a little bit of sun every day. Like I said, 30 minutes, trying to get out in the water and lay out. But ooh, yeah. Plus I don't want to get sunburned because I do burn. So yeah, I was out there yesterday and I got some sun. We did get Ollie, our little French bulldog. We did get him a little life jacket, a little life, so just in case, you know, when he's out there. He doesn't love it, and it kind of is bulky, and it makes him like not being able, he can't really jump out of the pool back onto the stairs because he has such stubby little legs. But we feel better having, you know, that on him. But yeah, went out there yesterday and it's just so hot. So I'd like to go out there by myself when like Lou's with a friend or they're busy. And so her and her best friend were hanging out yesterday. So I went out there for like 30 minutes. And then last night around 6, and the sun was, you know, starting to get, it wasn't so hot in the backyard. It was a little bit cooler out. It was like 6:30 or so, 7. Lou's like, Mom, I want to go swimming. And I'm like, oh, I was already in the pool earlier. I'm like, it's so hot out. And she's like, I just want to go swimming with you. And I'm like, okay. And what we say is, because it's from an old book that we used to read when she was a kid, beat you to the top of the coconut tree. And like these letters and numbers used to like fall out of the tree trying to get to the top of the coconut tree. And so that's what we always say to each other whenever we're going to run out and jump on the pool. And we try to like beat each other. Well, I had shorts and a t-shirt on, and my bathing suit was wet from being in the pool earlier, right? Plus I wanted to beat her. And so we were in her room making bracelets because she's totally into beaded bracelets right now. She actually made an anklet for me that I'm wearing. It's so cute. But I tried to make a bracelet, and it's time consuming and it's not easy. But her and her friend or best friend are just like gonna sell some beads, some beaded bracelets. So anyways, we were in there doing a bracelet, and she goes, "Can we go swimming now?" I'm like, "Okay." And I said, "Beach you to the top of the coconut tree." And she looks at me, and I look at her, and so I start running down the hall outside of her room, and she's not coming. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "I'm putting my bathing suit on." She goes, go put yours on. I'm like, "Okay." So she puts hers on super fast, and she runs down, and she looks at me, and I'm standing in the kitchen, and she's like, "Where's your bathing suit?" I'm like, "What bathing suit?" And I just run out in the backyard, and I just jumped in the pool with my clothes on. And she thought that was the best thing ever. It was so fun just to be. That's the fun part about having kids, y'all. You can just be so silly, especially having a 10-year-old. You can just be so silly. We laughed and laughed. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What? It's just a t-shirt and shorts. Who cares?" I'm like, "Plus my bathing suit's wet. No one's here." We've done it before. We've jumped in the water in the pool with our clothes on before. But what's so fun about jumping in the pool right now, there's no like, oh, it's cold, or my belly, or all the things, because normally the belly is like the worst part, right? Getting in the pool. But it's like so warm, so you can just like jump in, and it doesn't need to be heated. It's so fun. And of course the sun wasn't blazing, in the backyard. So we were out there for about an hour, and we were just playing and messing around with each other and just being silly. So we had a lot of fun. So I'm glad that, because originally, I have to admit, I was thinking about doing a pop-up live. So I'd watched Bree, Painting with Pity. She did her live at 6, and then I found out Bev wasn't going to be going live. And I was like, and Christiane, my other friend, wasn't going to be going live till 9. So it was like a couple hours, and I'm like, I don't have anything to do. I'm kind of bored. Maybe I'll just do a pop-up live. But then she came in here and asked me to do bracelets with her. And I did. And then she asked me to go swimming, and I did. And you know what? We had the best time. We really, really did. So I'm glad that, I chose to stop diamond painting and to go hang out with her for a little bit. And then I, got back to it. Because I'm really trying to, like I said, finish this within like a certain time frame. I know you shouldn't really put those, limit those pressures of, finishing certain things. But it's fun to have a goal and to have like, okay, if I do this, this, and this, and this, it'll be done by this date. So it's kind of what I'm shooting for. But y'all, I've been going on for almost an hour. Oh my gosh. I've been chatting y'all up. So thank you for being here and hanging out with me today. I'm trying to think what other plans I have going on. I've got my monthly psychiatrist appointment this afternoon at 3. So that'll be fun. Just super easy, just check in and all is good. So I'll tell him that. Hadn't been happier. Things are good. I'm looking forward to the trip. It's summertime, getting some sun, eating better. Being able to sleep in. I have no complaints, y'all. Kids are doing good. Yeah, so it's been good. So I got that appointment this afternoon with him, and then it's kind of chill. And like I said, this weekend I'll have my live on Sunday, so definitely be there for that if you can make it. If not, watch the replay. You will hear what's going on the replay. So definitely do that, and just put #replay if you are able to watch it that way. And I think that's it. I think I'm gonna let y'all go. Thanks again for being here. Thank you for always watching and, commenting and liking and sharing and all the things. I do have a Temu video that's going to be coming. I did do another big order. So I've got 3 or 4 more dedicated videos that are going to be coming. I ordered enough for that many videos. So, and that should be coming any day now. So maybe we'll do Temu Tuesdays again, or maybe I'll just put them up any day. So we'll see. But be looking for those. I do have some other things I've ordered recently. I ordered some pens from Butterfly Effect Wares and from Peachy Keen, which is my first time to ever order a Peachy Keen pen. So yeah, I've got some unboxings to do. I just don't know, like I said, for next week, being gone, I don't know if I'm going to have any videos pre-filmed or what I'll be able to do from the retreat. I don't know if I'll be able to do a live from there or a video. I just want to be very, aware of, one, of other people's feelings and surroundings, and two, just kind of be in the moment and enjoy myself. So, you know, I don't want to impede on anybody or take video of anyone that doesn't want to be on video. So I just have to be careful, and we'll just kind of play it by ear. But I'll definitely take some vlogs for my Patreons, for Randy and I, because we're going to be traveling together. So that'll be fun. All right, so that's going to be it, y'all. I'm going to leave you here. And please let me know in the comments how you are. Touch base with me, you know, let me know. I worry when I don't hear from some of y'all, so, you know, definitely let me know how you are. And yeah, if you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. I need to stop dime painting. I'm almost done with this. I should have kept going, but I'm going to be over an hour if I keep going. I'm almost done. I'm going to finish this symbol in about 3 or 4 minutes, I think, maybe 5 minutes. Yeah, so I'm going to be almost done with this square. So this is good. I'm on task. I'm on target. Okay, so if y'all enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. They really do help. And if you have not subscribed yet, I would love to have you. It is absolutely free, totally free to subscribe. Just click on that subscribe button down below, that red subscribe button. And if you've already subscribed and you're back again, thank you for your continued support. Really, really means a lot to me, so thank you. Couldn't do this without you guys. And what else? So comment, like, subscribe, click that notification bell to be notified whenever I post up any new videos if you are new. And that's it. And I will see y'all soon. So I love you guys so much. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye guys.